here y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Big beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Grape colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Memphis Hounds. One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. That is caught at the 7. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
24. Switch. Jump.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go. Shit. Check. Shit.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson going for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52.
Now a give, right side. McNeil. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
We got this. SOS. 22. 24. Another timeout. Check. Let's go.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Wahoo! Protein spill.
48 mark. So we got man.
Mike, 48. Hey, high 7.
Here I come.
Ready?
To throw again. Lawrence throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
It's our time. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 54. Crunch.
Check 13.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
We're set. 3T. 54.
I got you, son.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw here's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
X3, 218, chop.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Go!
And some room to work. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin first and 10. And all the way down to the 35. And they rattle off a big one. 47 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
There goes a deep, and it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 48, come on. Here we go again.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
The 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Hey, I got him. That's me. Watch the
Get the boys down, he's coming. At 31.
Here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 out more.
It's out time, guys. It's out time.
Hey, echo.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Hey, switch gears. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now they try the right side here, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him and keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score 24. Buccaneers 17. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first and 10, Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check three.
Check 31.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53. Mike, 53. Hey, tight. Hey, alert 3.
To the car.
53.
Another timeout.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McNeil. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Now Watson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watson now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On third down, Lawrence. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On fourth down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
He's coming.
On first down, McNeil. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 25 yard line.
Hey, 59. Zoom. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
On 2nd and 9, Watson letting one go deep for the end. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Undercrush.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 20. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Ready?
On 4th down, Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. McNeil. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, McNeil. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a desperation throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of a season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.